What's going on, everyone? My name is Cameron Marshall, aka the Bald Head Rooster, and welcome to my screencast series, Navigating Discogs, a comprehensive guide to buying, selling, and collecting records. For part one, we're just kind of going to go over a basic overview of what Discogs is for those that are not familiar. The basic of the website is that it's a site for music lovers, whether they be collectors, buyers, sellers, or just folks looking to explore and investigate and research music of all kind. Doesn't matter the genre, no matter how obscure you think your tastes are or your collection is, I promise you it's here, and you can find more of whatever you're looking for by a wide margin. It's, to me, the greatest website on the internet for music lovers. It's both a blessing and a curse for someone like myself. I've been collecting records for probably about 30 years now, and I say I've been using Discogs the last 15, and it makes the entire process easy, and for someone like myself, way too easy. Back in the day, if you wanted a record, maybe you'd get lucky on eBay, maybe you'd get lucky on Amazon, but for someone like myself, a lot of my collection are old records from the 60s, 70s, old school reggae that are not easy to find. And for me, I still love going to record stores. There's few things like, searching for a record for years, walking to a record store and finding it. That's just an amazing feeling. Discogs kind of takes that all away. You looking for a record, you do a search, and bam, you're gonna find it. And odds are you're gonna find someone selling it from all over the world, from individual sellers selling from their own collection to record stores. Most of your record stores now have both in-store purchases, and they almost all have Discogs accounts just to broaden their audience. So let's go right in to register. I'm not going to register a new account. I'm just going to log in my own. But the process is pretty simple for anyone who's ever used a website. Username, email address, password, those are all very much standard. No need to go into that. We're going to go to my account. You're going to see how the dashboard is going to change from the initial login page. So for my dashboard, I have my purchases. These are going like the last 7 months. Normally it's pretty much crazier than this, but I'm trying to slow down. So this is what I've got. I used to have my sales here, but I've taken my sales account offline. So for right now, I just have my purchases and then my activity. These are records that I've either purchased in person recently or on other websites online, either it be eBay or normally I try and order from the artist direct on sites like Bandcamp or their website. So these are that collection. You have new releases here. You have my profile, contributions, collection, items I'm selling. I'll go into those things in further episodes, like want list and my collection. As you can see up here, I guess we'll go over those briefly right now. So that's my collection. We'll go into more of that in part 4. My want list, again, we'll cover that later. And submissions, those are when you submit your own records, or records that are not on Discogs. So maybe you have the obscure of the obscure and no one in the world has updated it yet. That's where you come in, update your own. And I will show that in a later episode. Let's go into explore. We'll go with discover. We're going to do explore all. This is the grand. This is it's a lot. I mean, it's got every trending release. Some of them new releases, some of them re-releases. It's got all the genres. They try and hit the highest sellings currently on Discogs. So you can see some big names here. You can see some more obscure names. You got Sade, you got Lady Gaga. You've got it listed on the side. You got genre, you got style. So here punk, I accidentally hit punk, but here you go. New punk music. You got your style, you got your format, country, and decade. We'll go into more into this when I go into buying, but it's a good rundown no matter what you're into. Easy to break it down because it can be a bit overwhelming. Your submission guidelines, again, I'll go over more into that. Genres, these are all just more of what we're already looking at. You go into house music, it's going to talk about house. If you're curious what house music is, you get the most collected house music, you get the biggest artists. These are early house releases, so most of these probably go back to the 70s and 80s, as you can see. I guess not the 70s. We got 80s and 90s, 2000s, and the decades. You get the most sold this month for house, and you can do that with any genre. So if you're new to a genre, maybe you've heard a new style of music that someone introduced you to, you can go here, find that style of music, and learn everything you want to learn about it, and buy whatever you want to buy. So we got that. We have the community, so the you have the forums and the groups. Those are all pretty big. I'm not an avid user of them, but I know in the record collecting community, they're pretty massive. It's like, you know, it's just your basic message board, Reddit. But it can get really, really technical. The folks on Discogs can be a bit intimidating. Even for someone like myself who's been collecting for 30 years, I go into some of these message boards and they are fully in it. So prepare yourself. And that's, I'm not going to go too much more into the overview. These are your record stores. Again, I'll go into more of this in future episodes for buying records. The dashboard I covered you. Messages, pretty self-standard. You get messages from record shops, updates for purchases. My cart, I've got one in here. One day I'll hit the submit. And then notifications. Usually those are updates about your want list that I have. And again, then I'll cover that. That's a basic rundown of my account, as you can see. And I'll cover these in future episodes. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I think I've given you a pretty decent rundown of what Discogs is and what it's all about. And I'm looking forward to a few future episodes where you can learn how to buy, sell, and update your collection and navigate the communities. So please like and subscribe and give a watch to future episodes. Be well.